Hi Cancer, welcome to your general messages for the 8th until the 21st of the month. I hope you guys are doing great. So we're going to talk about career. We're going to talk about relationship. I'm going to be doing a deep love read next week. It's going to go in depth, having to do with singles, having to do with any sort of committed partnership, anything like that. But for now, let's see what we have for these 2 weeks coming up. And we're just going to pull a bunch of cards and get right into stuff. Hope you guys are doing great today. Okay, messages for our Cancer friends, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you guys are doing great. I know the cardinal signs are really having a bit of a tough go right now. You guys do have this big party going on in the 8th house. Lots of heavy energies going on there. And on February 8th until March 2nd, you are going to have this very tight, tense square between Saturn and Uranus happening between your 8th house and your 11th house. And, you know, Uranus is in that 11th house for you, Cancer, which is all about goals and gains. And it's like, you're just like in this energetic space of, Uranus is all about, first of all, Uranus rules the 11th house. That's number one. Number two, it's also about our goals and our friendships and any sort of humanitarian efforts that we want to get involved in. It's very much a we-based energy. There are just big changes going on for you regarding your goals and ultimately like where you see your life heading. A lot of you guys are going to be feeling this need to change. That's what this particular square is going to bring, because Saturn is all about do your homework, you know, and no, and restriction, but things have always been this way. And Uranus is like, no, I want to just go and do. Uranus is the Fool energy. I want to step off on a new path in a new direction. So there needs to be this this meeting of the minds with this old versus the new, you know, and having to do with your goals, having to do with many things, quite frankly, Cancer, having to do with how you show up as a we in relationships, because the 8th house is a very big house. It's a very, very big house. I mean, the 8th house, where you have all of this energy going actually for the next, at least the next year, right? You're going to have a lot of heavy energy going on there, 2 years really, is all about endings and beginnings. It's karma. It's where our obsessions hang out, right? But it's where we also deal with intimacy, and where we deal with endings and beginnings, and we deal with our partner's money in relation to our money, and our intimacy that we want in relation to the intimacy that our partner wants, communication, right? It is this idea of blending. It's very much a blending energy. I want you to think about the 8th house. It also does, it's a big finance house though. It rules the stock market, investments, buying and selling property, inheritance, retirement, all of, you know, any settlement money coming in. So it's a big house. So, and you in the 11th house having to do with your goals. So these are two very big things. This can impact your career, you know, any issue with money, relationships. It can kind of go across the board for you guys. Now, that does not have to be bad. This is all meant to be good and level you up. But it really is the idea that whatever is not working really needs to be looked at. Look at this. We have nap and breathe. For our Cancer friends, yes. Oh my gosh. Right now, as the advice card, time for a nap. We get the time for a nap card. It really is let things ride for now. Just for at least for the middle of February, let things ride. Really good advice card, especially because Mercury will not be at a retrograde yet. I don't consider Mercury out of all of that nonsense until the post shadow has finished, which isn't going to be until one of the last days of February, beginning of March rather. So, and then we have breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Belly breaths, not shoulder breathing, belly breathing. Breathe into your belly, not your shoulders. Okay, you want to be able to breathe deeply. This is really about, you know, in the face of anything, don't forget to stop and just pay a little bit of attention to yourself. Because something's going to be rising up out of the water, out of your emotions that you realize needs to be addressed regarding some sort of financial matter for Cancers right now. So you're going to be realizing, like, the lights are going to be coming on regarding a particular situation, whether it's that lawsuit, it could be a divorce settlement, alimony, child support, buying a home, selling a home, any kind of inheritance. Again, realizing you need to sue somebody, right? You might be in that space. This could just have to simply do with your career. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's something that needs to be, these two are working together. There's something that needs to be realized. There's something that needs to be pulled out of inside of you and put out on the table to be looked at and honored, right? So you might be hiding a part of yourself, Cancer, right now. You might be hiding away what it is that you really want to do for a living, hiding away some sort of secret dream, some desire that you're having, and now here, with the cage here, it's about, what are you going to do? You're going to take the key and are you going to keep the cage open and allow that experience to come out and be explored, or are you going to keep it trapped within yourself? It really is about that. But you are dealing with an energy that's really kind of sneaky, that's very a malicious energy, right? This is somebody who, whether it's because of in the moment anger or because they just have a very compromised constitution about them, right? The snake is about lies and about, being misleading and a deflection and gaslighting. So you could be dealing with this kind of energy having to do with some sort of financial situation that you were involved in right now. And it doesn't have to be so grand and dramatic as that. It really could be somebody who's stringing you along, who's not being openly honest with you about something, who's misleading you as well. But you're very focused on your future, and you're very focused on everything that Venus means, right? She's got the Venus glyph around her neck. And what is Venus? Is about not only love, right? Venus is about money. It's one of the money planets, first of all, and it's also about your self-love, self-awareness, self-appreciation, really feeling good about what you're in. So it's like feeling good about what you're in, making money while you're doing it, and feeling really connected. And this is something that you might be in the space of needing to figure out, because somebody may have misled you in the past, and there is this need to cut something out. Now, when we have the scythe that's followed by the labyrinth. The labyrinth is about trying different strategies. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try that. That didn't work. Let me try this. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You need to cut that out, right? It's almost like beating a dead horse kind of energy is what I'm getting here. So you need to kind of, recognize that whatever you've been trying to make work in a particular way, you need to just stop, breathe, don't do anything for a minute, regroup, figure out a different strategy, figure out a different approach, right? Now, getting into the cards, coming into this energy, we have the Seven of Wands. So you might have been in a situation where you were feeling like you needed to protect yourself against some sort of competition. Maybe you have your own business and you felt like, just the way the market was, it's become really small and weird because of COVID, and customers are not dealing with their money the same way, and you feel like more competitive than you have in the past. If you have your own business, could certainly be that. But this could just be even within the workplace, you feeling like you need to defend what it is that you want, need, and desire. So maybe the money that you're making, or your desire to do something, right? Where you were feeling the space where it's like, no, but I really want to do this. I want to do this, right? In the recent past. Now we have the situation right now, two really nice energies. We have the Two of Cups, fab. So the Two of Cups in a career read, I love this, because this first of all could be you becoming partners with somebody, in a business situation, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just like you and one or a bunch of partners. It could literally be you joining a group, or you joining in something that ends up going really, really well. Or this could be somebody coming in and offering you something, like a proposal, where you guys are literally like shaking hands here. So this could be, offering you something, offering you a settlement on that lawsuit, offering you a mortgage, offering you something, what you were asking for your home, however it would manifest, whatever it is. And then, so this is the situation, right? Proposals are being made, right? And when it's the cups upright, there's a lot of good intention here. So proposals are being made with good intentions. And then we have this working with the Fool energy, which is all about fresh hope, taking a chance, there being this new path, it's a new path, a new opportunity, or even a new approach in your current position. It could definitely be that, or some sort of new career or new enterprise, maybe like a whole new path for some of you. But you just want to make sure that you prioritize your responsibilities in order for things to go smoothly. Could definitely, because this is a Uranus energy, could definitely include some sort of technology, because Uranus rules technology. Could certainly be that. So maybe some sort of new offer either came in through the internet, or you discovered something new, or the offer was made through that. Fabulous. Crowning energy is the 10 of Cups. I just really, really like this. I really like this, even though I do see some struggle here. Let me not get ahead of myself, but the 10 of Cups is a really good energy. It's about just being very, very, loving what you do and feeling very supported at it. We have the Knight of Wands, lots of passion. So this could actually be an outside person who's offering you something. They are themselves very artistic, or they're very good at strategizing in a very creative way. This is somebody who's very excited, very motivated, and they could be offering you something, or this could simply be your energy. And this is about you being very faithful to a cause, faithful to your creativity, and faithful to what it is that you want to bring to yourself, and be really motivated while you do it. And I don't even feel like I need to tell you that, Cancer. I just feel like you are just very motivated anyway. Now, the you right now within this situation, we have this 5 of Swords energy. It's almost like 5 of Swords can almost feel like feeling like something is sort of out of your control. 5 is always conflict, right? It's the number of humanity, unfortunately. And swords are reality, it's truth. So the truth of a situation where you feel like you don't even really have, it's like there's no point in trying to fight it. There's nothing that you could do about it. Something is going on here where it's the kind of situation where there's conflict. I mean, the 5 of Swords there could be a bullying sensibility involved here, right? Somebody trying to steal your job, steal your money, steal your ideas. This could indicate like an abusive relationship in work. Absolutely. You're dealing with some sort of energy like that, 100%. You're just sort of being in that space. Or the general energetic influence would just simply be like, there is this issue, and you have the only thing that you could do is accept the situation and bow away from a circumstance gracefully, because something is just like not meant for you, and you're in this space right now of realizing this, that you need to change your strategy. But look at this, the energy external to you that's impacting you is the Sun. So what I like about this is you're not allowing yourself to go into like this black pit of like negativity. Even if you are feeling depressed about something, even if you're feeling really confused, there is this element of optimism which is still impacting you, which is really beautiful. I mean, it just is, because this does indicate success and a position through which you can make money. This is a position that you can make money. You're going to be getting a lot of deserved acknowledgement here. Now, this doesn't mean that, I always like to add this little caveat, this doesn't mean that you're stepping out of bed in the morning and you're going to step into a pot of gold. This is the kind of job that allows you growth. I hope that makes sense to you. It's very specific, but that is truly what it means when it comes to career. So your challenge is the Hermit. So right away, I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, wait, I actually need to go out and like look for a new job in order for me to bring that to myself, right? For some of you, you're going to resonate with it like that, obviously, right? Because the Hermit is about, it's going out on your own, right? To a certain degree, right? Where it's like this energy of needing to step back and analyze what's not working, right? And you might feel like it's time to try a different approach or path. But this is like a challenge for you, is to formulate what exactly that is. So this is going to be, that's going to resonate for some of you. Others of you, remember the Hermit is Virgo. Virgo is all about solving problems, right? That's why Virgo is the 6th house of problems. So it's about solving, but the Hermit comes in and wants to solve problems. So you might just be in a space right now, the middle of the month, where you're just trying to figure things out. Like, what you've been doing, you don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you know that what you've been doing is not really going to end up serving you, but you're not 100% sure about what you should be doing. So there is this idea of, do some research, get your ducks in a row, but don't make any big sweeping decisions at this time. Now, we do have in the near future the Ten of Wands, which I was kind of expecting this, as the Ten of Wands is it's just the card of being really stressed and overwhelmed, exhausted, feeling very burdened by a situation, and you just need to put the wands down. It's like this, again, beating a dead horse. It's like that becomes very tiring. It's exhausting when you keep trying this particular strategy. But I just feel like you're just going to say, you know what, now I got to move away. I have to cut that out and let me recollect my thoughts. Let me regroup my talent, skills, and abilities here, and let me figure things out differently. Because I feel like with the King of Cups, you're going to be meeting somebody who's going to help you. So very supportive energy, very tolerant, very empathetic. This is a really supportive boss, somebody who wants to help you grow. If this is not somebody else, then this is you and your own energy, figuring out what needs to change. I love this is the final outcome energy. As in astrology, the King of Cups is Libra and Scorpio. So Libra has to deal with what's fair. It rules this. Libra is the landlord of the 7th house, which is also about all kinds of partnerships, all kinds, right? Having to do with work. Could be marriage too, but we're not doing a love read here. And so, right? So it could have to do with that. And Scorpio, which is about transformation and change. So what's been fair, what's not, what works, what hasn't worked, right? Taking that and then transforming it into something that works better for you. So this could be the energy that you're in, or you could be meeting somebody who is going to allow this to happen in your life, who's going to allow this sort of change in circumstances. For some of you, it could even be meeting a new lawyer. It could, it could be anything like that. But looks good. It looks good. So that is what I have for, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are getting pretty good career reads. Not that everything is, it's silly to say that things are without challenge and struggle, obviously, and confusion is, and not knowing is never comfortable, for goodness sake, it's not. But what I see is there being this really beautiful outcome had by many people, so it's just really nice. Okay, so let's get right into relationships for our Cancer friends. Okay, well that doesn't even want to, okay, I hear ya, you're done. Just incredible how some cards, you see, no matter how I switch them, so many of the same cards come out for the different signs. Okay, let's pull some Untitled Wellness. So, something's really bothering you, Cancer. Something needs to be released in order for there to be redemption here. Oh boy. Well, the Untitled Wellness looks good. All right, let's pull the Celtic cross spread. So we have the idea of park, which has to do with online, social media, being online, meeting people online. We have the, so this is the park. Let me show you. Okay, so that's what that means. And then we have the tree, and the tree is about as above, so below. So how people are treating you on the outside is definitely going to impact how you feel about the situation and yourself on the inside. Not that you're basing your sense of self-worth and self-value on how a relationship goes, though the strongest energy, it can fall victim to that. It's part of the human condition, where if something's not working out in a relationship, we might blame ourselves, right? Or we at least get angry with ourselves for not being stronger regarding a person, right? There's many different ways that can manifest. But it is this idea of, we have this with the park, with as above, so below. Some of you may be in contact with somebody online, and there's something about them that's bothering you. the mice. There's something about it, about this. You can't like quite fully identify it, but there's something eating away at you regarding this. And we have this with the cross, which is about redemption, needing to release something in order to be happy in relationship. So that past person needs to be released once and for all, or there needs to be the release of something from the past, something that was toxic that you ended up having to carry the burden for. This is not your issue. This was an issue that was put upon you by somebody else, and you need to release that in order for you to be redeemed. And that may be the issue that's bothering you, is you might be in the space of struggle, figuring out, how exactly do I even do that? How do I let that toxicity go? How do I let that person go? I could say I've let them go. I could go out and do my life, but like inside in your private moments, it's still very much troubling you. But then look at this. Then we have birds. This is getting positive accolades, positive information, positive gossip coming to you from people online. This is a positive kind of gossip. So we have that, and we have the park. These are book endings. These are other people. But it does seem like you're still nursing some sort of pain, some sort of something that happened in the past. Or some of you may be realizing quite literally that you might be in connection with somebody online, and you have to just release that connection because there's something seriously that smells funny to you about this person. Okay, so we have to let's look at it that way. Okay, so we have the strength. We're starting out with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and we have that working with the strength upright. Eight of Pentacles, death. Coming into this, we have the Hierophant reversed. Okay. Well, we get the Nine of Cups as the final outcome card, so that's good. So coming into this energy, yeah, we have the Hierophant reversed. And the Hierophant reversed is, somebody who kind of wants to do their own thing. Somebody who has a problem with, first of all, the Hierophant energy is about honoring the sacred in your relationship. So this is somebody who maybe did not honor the sacred in the relationship. This could be you, this could be them, right? Because the Hierophant in and of itself, it is one of the marriage cards, but not everybody's married. It has to do with expectation and convention and conformity and tradition, right? This idea. So you might have literally been dealing with somebody who just didn't want to get married. You know, they might have said they wanted to get married, but they really don't want to get married. They don't want to have to, feel like they have to answer to anybody. This is somebody who really sort of wants their freedom, right? Free from any sort of expectations, any sort of conformity. So right now, the situation right now is we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is a stubborn energy. This is somebody not putting any work into the relationship as well. Somebody who can really be kind of actually lazy as well. Now, this is just a situation. This is not you, them, meaning specifically. It could be you, them, or even a little bit of both of you. We have this working with the strength energy. Now, I do have to say, okay, so the strength energy is about self-love, right? Unconditional love, self-respect, you really respecting yourself, being really brave, you know, in the face of something. But, you know, this is also could definitely be an energy where you feel like your relationship has been tested, right? And if you feel like it's been tested, things will get better, but there's a need for balance here. Absolutely. You also want to make sure that like physical attraction is not masking any sort of deeper issue that might need to be addressed. You know, somebody might need their ego stroked in this situation as well. Could definitely be that. I mean, and strength is also, because it's Leo, it is about romance, the fifth house energy of falling in love, romance. There's more of the idea of romance and love. So if you feel like there's been a test, it does indicate that things are would be set to improve. But for some of you, this can indicate a new romance coming in, because that is the strength energy as well. We have to call it what it is. It's Leo, and Leo is the falling in love stage, the love affair stage. It's not that seventh house deep commitment energy. It's more that falling in love kind of thing. We have the Eight of Pentacles here as the crowning. So the Eight of Pentacles is about, first of all, eight is the number of mastery. Okay, so some of you may be super focused on your work and not even wanting to deal with the relationship issue. That could be, or they could be doing that. Or this could be where you're in the space of really trying to figure out and really master what it is that you want in relationship, truly. Because the Pentacle energy is mental, emotional, and physical connection as well. Mastering, what is it that works for you? What is it that you want? And how do you gain trust after maybe being through an experience that maybe challenged your trust, where you completely trusted somebody and they completely betrayed you? You realize in retrospect that they were not honest at all. How do you undo that thing, right? And you being in the space of figuring out what that actually means for you. The foundation, we have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. Mountain ruler is Pluto. So this does indicate to me that there needs to be, at least for now, there needs to be some separation if the relationship hasn't ended altogether. But if this is going to ever find its legs again, there needs to be the separation now, to breathe and to figure things out, right? Because the way that things have been up to this point is not hasn't been very healthy, at least for both parties. It might be from your point, but maybe not from their point. Or maybe you felt like you were doing everything right, but you didn't find out until later on that this person was being very dishonest with you. So it could be that kind of thing. But it is definitely an energy where it's like something needs to change if it hasn't already. Like just as the basic foundation. But you're in this space where you just, Three of Pentacles is Mars and Capricorn, focusing on your work, focusing on building yourself, but you're also very focused. If you're going to be in a relationship, you want somebody who's going to be a team player with you, who understands how to collaborate in a relationship. And that's going to indicate the need for honesty. That indicates the need for open communication. I mean, that's what that means. It's mental, physical, and emotional connection with honesty in order to be able to build and collaborate. You're just very mindful of that. You're very mindful of that. And we have the Five of Wands as an external energy that's impacting you. So, if you guys are in the space of conflict, this could be definitely, bothering you right now. The Five of Wands, though, it's like a battle of the wills. There's like rivalry here. There's obstacles, right? It's kind of like that. It's Saturn in Leo, and whenever Saturn is in a sign, the shadow manifestation comes out, and the shadow manifestation of Leo can be narcissistic tendencies, egotism, anything like that. So, that could definitely be impacting you right now, but you're just in this space of just kind of like, Cancer, honestly, if you're resonating with this, like, this is amazing for Cancer energy because, all water signs are challenged. I mean, they're blessed with the strong emotional component, but it's also this challenge in being able to exercise true boundaries and saying like, you know what? No, like that is not okay with me. And so I need to put you over here for now while I work on myself here, right? It's hard. For the archetype, I don't know what else is in your personal chart. So if you don't resonate with that, that means that you have other things aspecting your Cancer energy, right? But for a lot of Cancers, that's not easy, and yet you're doing it here, which I really like. Now, the challenge here is the Two of Cups for you. And so this is just this idea right now, you might just be very freaking challenged by the idea of love. Like, what does it even mean, right? And you're not even sure, you don't even want to try to put a definition to it at this point because you've been through a lot. It's almost like the thing where you feel like, I'll know it when I feel it, and I have to allow my air energy to help me out next time. It could be that kind of thing, but this is the challenge here. And, still feeling very sort of emotionally drawn in. This is not easy. Some of you may be having a hard time sleeping as a result of this, a hard time catching a very deep breath because of the visceral upsetment, Don't be surprised if you're feeling that, but I do feel like a lot of you, for the most part, are feeling better about things. Yes, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is about recovering from something, right? Feeling a sense of relief from like really deep pain, It's like maybe the pain's still there, you're not 100%, right? Because it did show up here. It's reverse, which means recovery. So you're getting better. You're getting better. And then look at this final outcome energy is 9 of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. Wishes coming true, material abundance, being a lot of really good health. Now, I want to look at the Island Time Wellness here. First, we have girl talk. So that could be girl talk, guy talk. You hanging out with your friends. Moving on, happily single, living in the moment, really trying your best to just have a good time with whatever is offered to you. Then we have love, which is self-love, oneness, passion. Unconditional love. You're not giving up on love here, Cancer. I do like that. Even though you might not know what it really actually means for you and how to trust and all of that, you're not giving up on that idea, right? You're just not, which is great. Then we have date. So that's really great. Great date. Meeting somebody new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. And then we have engagement ring, partnership, commitment, completion, union. So for those of you who are in a long-term relationship and nobody's going anywhere, I'm really sorry. Maybe we'll get you next time when I do the deep love read. But it does seem that this Cancer here went through a lot in a relationship, realized that there are people who are interested, but you need to release the old. And I see you doing that. I see you getting better, opening yourself up to new energy. So I consider this a beautiful love read, honestly. So thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. I will see you next time. You guys take care. Bye-bye.